All right, Herc, let's talk some Gold Cup, shall we? Venues announced for the 2025 edition of the tournament. I'm going to run them off quickly here. Vancouver, San Jose, Minneapolis, 2 for Houston, 2 for Los Angeles, both SoFi Stadium and Dignity Health. Santa Clara, California, Arlington and Austin, Texas, Glendale, Arizona, Las Vegas, Nevada, San Diego, California, and St. Louis. You'll notice no East Coast venues assigned. FIFA are targeting the East Coast for their expanded Club World Cup, which we know is coming to the United States next summer as well. No Gold Cup games on the East Coast. Are you cool with it?
No, I am not cool with it.
Different perspective now that you're on the East Coast.
Well,
What happened, West Coast, Herc?
Not just because I'm on the East Coast now, but why are you neglecting a massive part of the country, a massive part of your market? Mm-hmm. And I know people are going to say, well, this is already stipulated. This is already reported because they don't want to interfere or overlap with the Club World Cup, who, by the way, still doesn't have broadcasting rights, and it seems to be losing interest, and there's emergency meetings by Gianni Infantino and the people at FIFA because they don't know what to do, et cetera, et cetera. So my question is here, if that's the priority for, I would have to assume, CONCACAF, is to cede control of this portion of the country to FIFA for the Club World Cup, am I to assume that the U.S. men's national team, Mexico, Canada, and the reported teams we've heard about, European teams, African teams, Asian teams, will not be obliged to have their best players because they'll be playing at the Club World Cup? So I shouldn't watch the Gold Cup, is what they're telling me? I should concentrate on the Club World Cup? And also, if your mission statement as U.S. Soccer, and you have to accept some blame here, is to grow the game, why are you going to the same venues and you see that there are East Coast venues that you cannot use? Why not explore other venues of the East Coast? That's what I don't understand, Seb, is why is it so cut and dry that you have to use the same venues because you have the same contracts with what? Major League Soccer clubs? With what? NFL owners who own Major League Soccer clubs? I don't understand it.
It is a lot of the same places we've been before. San Diego's not exactly new, but somewhat new. San Jose's a little bit off the beaten path. They don't get a lot of games. Santa Clara does, but not San Jose. The split is actually quite interesting. It's kind of half NFL stadiums and half MLS stadiums. What I don't know is if they don't have the A-list guys, like the Gold Cup already struggles a little bit.
Right.
If they don't have the A-list guys, are you filling Arlington? Are you filling the 49er Stadium? Are you filling SoFi? I mean, I know Mexico, you put any team in green on, but we've even seen that.
Have we?
Scale back a little bit in the last few years, where the Mexican fan is not going to these games. Yeah. So they're being very ambitious with this tournament. Actually, I would like some games on the East Coast kind of selfishly, personally, but the bigger issue here is the fact that it's always here, right? That it's always in the United States. Ever since the tournament has been conceived, if you want the tournament to have a true kind of continental championship feel, eventually, they're going to have to take it somewhere else. I don't think that'll ever happen, but eventually they will. Otherwise, it kind of continues to go down this road of, let's take this to America, it's a cash grab, and see what happens. Absolutely. As opposed to like a real, true continental tournament. If you go to Europe, they're not playing it in Germany every year. If you go to South America, Copa America, they're not playing it in Bolivia every year.
It's ridiculous, too, how people are supposed to be like, well, they've already stipulated this. We've already heard these reports. They do what they want. They do what they want. They said East Coast, and all of a sudden the Pacific Northwest and Los Angeles pop up. Right. Go to Pasadena now. They're going to Pacific Northwest. So, I mean,
for the Club World Cup, you're saying?
For the Club World Cup.
Yeah, I mean, so, Seattle's in the tournament, so they got to be there.
Drink the Kool-Aid if you'd like, but they just come and go as they please, and they're trying to take everybody for fools here. And I can't believe that nobody's questioned this even.
You know who's going to question it more and who may actually put an end to it is the players themselves. There's a lot of players that don't seem to be very happy about it. Real quickly, the list of Club World Cup sites is reported by The Guardian. Pasadena, Seattle, Atlanta, Orlando, Miami, Philly, New Jersey. If the European teams don't like traveling, there's some 5-6 hour flights in there real easy. So I'm telling you, the European teams and the European
private jets, 5-star hotels.
They're going to have a say before this is all said and done when it comes to the FIFA Club World Cup.